Hi, this is Xane Daniel. I wanted to thank you so much for participating in this meditation and activation. This is not just a guided meditation, but it is an activation. I work with an extra-dimensional collective called the Hathors. They're very powerful, and by listening to the sound of my voice, you're being activated by the Hathors, and then peppered throughout this meditation, you'll receive very specific, targeted energy healing through activations. And how these activations work is I will say, breath in. And when I do, you'll take a nice big deep breath and you'll hold it at the top and you'll wait for me to say the word awaken. And then you can exhale. But it will be loud, so don't be too surprised when it bursts into your ears. This is the signal that will send a high burst of energy to accomplish whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish. And as with all high vibrational energy activations or attunements, it's important for you to know that this can result in a little bit of a recovery period. So don't be surprised if you feel extra tired or extra wide awake. Drink plenty of water after you listen to this. And this recovery period could actually take a couple of days for you to get over. But understand that if you do experience a recovery period, you've gone through quite the transformation. To use the Monday meditations as intended, I invite you to listen to each one all week, every day, until the next Monday meditation releases, and then use that one every day for a week. Each time you listen to them, they will become more and more integrated into the amazing being that you already are. Go ahead and close your eyes and take a nice big deep breath. And relax as you exhale. Sink into the chair or to the bed or to the yoga mat, whatever it is that's supporting you. Allow yourself to be supported by the earth, by the building that you're in. Surrender to and be at peace with the comfort that you've created for yourself. There's nothing that you need to do right now. The only thing you need to do is relax. You're doing something for yourself right now. And while that might sound selfish, I liken it to when you're told on the airplane that if the oxygen masks drop down, you need to secure yours before you help the person next to you. Because if you can't breathe, then you're not going to be able to help someone else breathe. And that is true of all of life. And what's the best way to do this? It's to breathe. So breathing is an automatic process. If you don't pay any attention to it at all, you're still going to breathe. However, it's also a conscious process if you want it to be. So you can go ahead and take big breaths, or really short breaths, or not pause in between breaths, or pause a long time between breaths. You have that control. So I want you to just go ahead and breathe evenly. Sometimes you'll drift into subconscious breathing, and sometimes you'll consciously breathe. The 5D goal. Reaching for 5D consciousness. Reaching for a 5D society. Before we dive into this, I want you to ask yourself, why do you want to have a fifth dimensional consciousness? Is it because everybody tells you that you should? Is it because you aren't very happy with the 3D world or the 3D experience? That there's a lot of problems and a lot of pain and a lot of suffering going on in the world and within you? Or is there another reason? I want to suggest that you find another reason. When we are in our 3D experience, we are here looking at the world from this very limited perspective. The senses that these meat robot bodies have are what you rely on. And these senses and feedback systems provide information that you use to survive in this wacky 3D environment. So when you are tuning in to different threats, when you are tuning in to what's right in front of you, or you are focused on the future, or you are focused on the past, you are using all the limitations of the 3D body, senses, and mind to navigate. We hear a lot about discovering or reaching a 5D society and how much more amazing it'll be. It's a utopia. That's what we talk about. That everything is going to work out amazingly well for everyone. It's a place of unconditional love. It's a place of no more evil, no more selfishness, no more fear, no more frustration, no more anger, no more disappointment, no more feelings of unworthiness, and on and on and on. And one of the problems with this is that it is a very 3D concept to be whisked away into a 5D experience or a 5D existence. Why do we want to be in a 5D experience? Why do you want to be in a 5D experience? Relax again. Feel yourself being supported. Feel yourself being loved. You are loved. There is no doubt that you are loved by many people, by all of existence, by all of the ascended masters, the angels, the collectives. You are loved by all of it, always. Dissatisfaction with what you have, what the society is, and who you are is not the path to a 5-dimensional consciousness. It's the path away from it. This is why I was asking, why do you want to go there? When you expect the 5D society to save you, you are relying on something that is outside of yourself. When you expect the 5D society to save everyone, then you are suggesting that everything isn't perfect exactly as it is. You're suggesting that there are problems and there are flaws. But what are flaws? What's wrong? What does that even mean? That means that there's an optimal second choice, an optimal path, and that we as a society, as humans, as a planet, as a solar system, as a galaxy, as all of existence is somehow on the wrong path. How is that even possible? Everything that we're experiencing, everything that we're creating, everything that we are, is exactly as it needs to be. The concept that the 3D world is wrong or is taking us in the wrong direction is a 3D concept. The 5th dimensional experience, the 5th dimensional consciousness recognizes that everything is perfect exactly as it is. That you don't have to fix anything, that nothing needs to be changed, that we are headed exactly in the right direction. 5D consciousness means that we are no longer afraid for each other, for ourselves, and for our futures. 5D consciousness means that we do not have disappointment, frustration, or guilt over our past. It means that we truly do know that everything happens exactly as it's supposed to. When we embody that, then we are stepping into the fifth dimensional consciousness. So I would like for you to right now repeat silently in your head, over and over again, everything happens exactly as it's supposed to. And keep repeating that all the way through the activation. Breath in. Oi! Imagine you're standing in front of a doorway. This doorway has a window, and you can see on the other side paradise, a utopian society, a fifth dimensional world, an experience just waiting for you. All you have to do is step through that door. Would you step through it? Are you picturing yourself stepping through it? If the answer to that is yes, then what would happen is you would step through that door, you would look around and discover that, wait a minute, I'm still in the same place. There wasn't a utopia on this side of the door. I was actually looking at the world as it already is. And you would be confused. Maybe if I'm standing there, you would look at me and say, Xane, I thought that this was the 5D experience. And I would simply say, it is. It isn't about the external, it's about the internal. The actual answer to the question, would you step through the door, is no, I don't need to, because I already recognize that everything happening in this 3D realm is perfect. And then you would be at a 5D consciousness. Sounds so easy, right? But what about we empaths? All that we suffer from when we see people being tortured, being abused, the planet being destroyed, nature being damaged by humans. What about that? When we're suffering, when we're abused, when we are struggling with PTSD or past life experiences or childhood traumas, how can we say that that's all okay? For some, this is a long process, and it is one of the reasons that people take my program. But for others, this is not that difficult of a concept, because we recognize one very important thing. Everything happens for us, not to us. Every experience that we have, no matter how positive and pleasurable or how negative and uncomfortable it is, we grow and we expand as a result of having it. And when you can look at all of the experiences here on this amazing paradise planet from this perspective, then you recognize, it has all been to serve me. It hasn't always felt like it, but it has been. And I can be grateful for all the experiences that I've had, because they've led me to this moment as it is right now. If you have any trouble feeling gratitude for things that have gone wrong in your past, I completely understand. Why would you ever be grateful for being abused? Why would you ever be grateful for being tortured in some way? Why would that ever be a positive experience? Because boy, at the time, it sure wasn't. But the first step to feeling gratitude is to think gratitude, is to thank the experiences, and even to say, I am grateful that I had that painful abuse experience. I'm sure that I grew in some way, but I don't even know how. It's okay. You don't always have to find a reason. You just know that it happened. Because you can find enough examples in your life of things that have gone wrong and how it's helped you grow, that you can just trust and know that somehow, even though you haven't figured out what the advantage, what the growth, what the lessons were, you know that you received them. So to go first to just mentally thanking. I don't know why. I don't feel gratitude, but I know that I could. I know that I do over this life and all the different incredible experiences that I've had. And from that place, if you think about how you are grateful, then eventually you will feel grateful. So don't worry about how it feels. Just think it through and immerse yourself in gratitude thoughts. Eventually your emotional body will catch up. Your emotional body will ask, hey brain, how should we feel? And if the brain is thinking about gratitude, then eventually the emotional body will say, well, heck, we sure are thinking a lot about gratitude. Maybe we should feel it. And then you're off and running. So right now, I would like for you to once again think this sentence over and over again in your mind. I am grateful for everything that has happened to me in this life. So go ahead and repeat that statement. I am grateful for everything that has happened to me in this life, silently in your head, all the way through the activation. Breath in. Oi! Good. What we did right there was we balanced the right and the left hemispheres of the brain. To believe that statement to be true, in the right hemisphere of the brain is the emotional side. So we gave a little bit of a head start into feeling gratitude. You are a perfect and amazing being. You've never made a mistake in your entire life. Everything that you've ever done has gotten you to exactly where you are right now. So congratulations, you did it. And moving forward, you can't make a mistake. You will always do everything to get you to exactly where you're supposed to be as well. So let's go ahead, now that we've established all that you need in order to get to a 5D consciousness, to a 5D experience, and step you into that 5D experience. One, the 3D experience is perfect exactly as it is. 2, the 3D me is perfect exactly as it is. 3, every experience that I've had as a 3D being has contributed to my growth and expansion and it's gotten me to exactly where I am. 4. The 5D experience sounds exciting. It sounds like something I'd like to experience, but not because I need to escape the 3D. 5. The 5D consciousness is loving myself and all unconditionally. When you love all, love is all that you see. Breath in. Oi! Beautiful. I want you to go ahead and notice your body, your breath, your heartbeat, tingles and chills that move up and down your body, maybe the bottoms of your feet, the back of your neck, your scalp. This is a human experience that you have chosen for yourself, exactly as it is. From this point forward, all you need to do is remember that you and everything is perfect exactly as it is, and you will step into a 5D consciousness experience. I love you all unconditionally, and feel free to listen to this every day leading up into next Monday's meditation. When you're ready, you can open your eyes.